Let's go ahead and open this meeting of the Unionville Historic District and Properties Commission on January 5th, 2023. And we'll start out by reviewing and approving the December 1st, 2022 meeting minutes. Did you all have an opportunity to read those?
Yes.
Garrett, not so quickly. Thank you. All right. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I so move.
Thank you, Barbara. A second?
Second, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Any corrections or additions to the minutes? Okay. Hearing none, all in favor of approval of the minutes, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any nays? No. Good. Okay. Minutes approved. So we will move on to Garrett. I'm totally dependent on your.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not. You should not apologize.
I'm taking notes and.
Yeah. Yes. See how much you're dependent upon. Oh, other business. Oh, isn't that?
I don't
all
think
right.
we have anything.
The only thing I have to ask, and this is, I think Garrett has the answer to this. So the the nominees and the renominations for the commission, that is moving ahead with the Democratic Party. But I wanted to check with you, Garrett, about the list, and that is, we have one full-time membership we need to fill, and then we have the one alternate position, which is Matt's. Is that correct?
No, it's more than that.
Okay. If you could just refresh my memory, I have to get back to them.
Yep, I'm just pulling up the. Here we go. So we've got one full member vacancy, and then we've got Steve, Matt, who needs to get reappointed, and then there'll be one more vacancy. So yeah, one full alternate member, one full member vacancy, one alternate member vacancy.
Okay.
And then we also, in addition to that, we have to recommission Matt. Is that correct?
Right.
All right.
Right. That was including Matt being reappointed.
Okay, that's great. That's what I needed to know. So I just wanted to let you know that the Democratic Party is working on filling the one alternate position.
Okay.
The Republican Party wants to fill the one full commissioner.
Okay.
I will circle back to them, and I will also circle back to both parties and ask somebody to renominate Matt. All right.
Okay. Have
that-
you talked to Patty LaBouthiere? Because
Yes,
she
and actually,
told me she
yeah.
has a neighbor who's interested.
So she is the person who is being nominated by the Democrats as
Democrats.
long as so she would be the alternate position. She will come in as an alternate, and I should be able to remember her name. Hang on a second. Give me just a couple of minutes. She lives on Progress Street. I did have a conversation with her. She was very enthusiastic, willing to go through training and learn what she needs to learn to be a member of the commission. So let me just see if I can look up her name. Here we go. Here we go. Hang on a second. Her name is Marcia Varon, V-A-R-I-N. We have to wait till she goes to the Democratic Party nominee process. So she's not been ratified.
By the way,
yet.
Lisa, that's happening tonight. Actually, the nominating committee's meeting this evening.
Oh, that's fabulous. That great.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
I haven't heard from the Republicans, although I think Beth Kintner, who's working with the Democrats, indicated that the Republicans are going to assign a full-time member. So I'm assuming they're moving ahead on their own. Is there any way for you to check that, Ed? They haven't responded to me directly.
Yeah, I can bring it up with CJ and see where they're at.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Good. Wonderful. It takes a whole commission to get these things done, right? But that's great. Everybody's busy and we're really appreciative. All right, thank you for that update. And I think we're good with that. Garrett, is there anything else we need to think about with the nominee or nominations?
No, not with the nominations. I know you had been talking with Mary Dunn about the training.
Yes, and she's looking at February dates right now.
Okay.
So I will send an email to everybody and we'll nail down some of those dates. That will be a virtual training.
Right, and I know because I
Okay.
know Farmington just got a few new members.
Oh.
They had some change up there as well. So
Good,
training will be good.
perfect timing. Does anybody have any other business to talk about this evening? No? Okay, quiet month. So we'll move on to the walking tour brochure and the Lovely Street program that Stephen and Barbara are working on. Do you have any updates on that, guys?
And Matt's not here.
Matt's
No,
not-
no, I spoke to him. He said he fiddled around a little bit with it, but didn't make a lot of progress. I think he might have been busy over the holidays. And then he had calling hours tonight.
Oh,
Calling hours?
Calling hours. Someone.
For a funeral.
Yeah, yeah.
For whom? Just, I'm sorry.
He said, hang on,
I'm sorry to ask this. I just,
Yeah.
it was the last of his grandfather's siblings.
okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you,
So
Garrett.
family member, but
All right. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so Barbara and Steve, do you have anything for us?
I think right now what we are trying to do is work out a schedule that we can get together weekly or every other week so that we can get over to the annex. And Steve, you said that you think Anne has keys to the annex. I don't know if we can just go over there or if we have to go over there with someone,
With a
not
key?
just a member, but somebody active at the museum. So maybe Anne can give us some of that information.
What do you suggest, Anne?
Yes, you would be going over in the evening or during the day or when?
Well, evening would work best for me, but as I expressed to Barbara in an earlier email, we may have to split up in teams of 2 or 3. I know Anne Raymond is very active in the research department of the museum, as you are. And so I think between the 4 of us, the 2 Anns and Barbara and I, and anybody else who wants to, dig through archives.
I think it would be good though if we all go over at least
Yeah.
together the first time. Just kind of
Yes.
get,
So in other words, group, we're still trying to work out a regular schedule
right.
to keep up a pace where we will be well prepared
And
for the June 11th
right.
Yeah.
opening.
Yeah, good.
So-
Okay.
So excuse me, what is the purpose that you're going there? What's the reason you're going?
To research as many of the properties on Lovely Street that we can.
Okay.
The houses, the families who owned the houses, the businesses that were associated with the families that lived in the houses.
Okay, so if you could send out to Anne and myself a list of all of the families and whatever it is that we can probably do some stuff ahead of time, and I'll talk to her about it as well. And then we can meet with you and maybe there's some stuff you can just do on your own, but at least get you started.
Sure.
And
Okay.
I know that Anne has access to the I'm sorry, I'm losing all my words. Might as well get used to it.
And Raymond,
Access to the catalog is what I was trying to say. So she can help out with that stuff too. She's also very very good on the Farmington Valley Herald as well. That may be something that you're interested in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so right away, Barbara and I are very eager to get, like Barbara was saying, an orientation in the archives with perhaps both you and Raymond.
yeah, yeah.
And then
Maybe
we can lay it all out,
Mhm.
name the names of the families, the list of the names of the families.
Yeah, I can certainly put together a list of the families, the names of the houses and the list of the families. I can do, do that. And, and I have most of the businesses, that they were involved with. So we could certainly do that. I could send that to you probably over the weekend. And yeah, and I mean, it's also a matter of us trying to get an idea of when you put together the display at the museum, what can we have displayed? I know I really would like to see the stained glass windows from the church, but that could take up the whole room. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have the key.
Get a lay of the land. And it's also the 130th year of Tunks's Hose. And
Oh,
and that's going to be the highlight of their carnival. So we would want to have something, especially since they're right at the gateway to that street. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff and there's just so much room.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a project when it starts. everything is possible.
Now,
That's great.
has anybody spoken to Patty about a display?
Yes, she
Yeah, I
knows
have.
that. Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll work that up, and then if you could get us some kind of a date so that we could just get over there, get an idea. I'm sure there's a huge volume of information you have. Some may not be appropriate, and see what we can put together.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm good for daytimes on the weekends and evenings during the week.
Okay. All right. I'm, as I said in my email, I'm not working, so
Yeah.
I can always do a yoga class at a different time. We
Okay.
can work out, I'm willing to work around anyone else's schedule at this point. Not if it's snowing.
No
Forget
problem there. No problem there. But,
Um,
well, Dan, thank you very much for helping to navigate the use of the collection.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, just another quick question. What are the dates now? I kind of lost track of that. So,
Mm.
June 11th, the first day, the opening date, right? Do I have that right?
Which is a Sunday, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay, meeting in the opening date at the museum?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, okay. And then that's when you're gonna start,
The tours,
doing tours, yeah.
right?
Yeah. And we definitely, I believe we should schedule several tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To give people more options.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely, yeah.
And I'm hinting and pushing Patty a little bit to see if we can extend past Sunday, July 16th. I'm kind of pressing her to extend it toward the end of the month of July. She said she'll think about it and she needs to confer with the museum members. So fingers crossed. But hey, we'll take what we can get. And
Yeah, that's right. It's
yeah.
a great program. Good. Well, that's exciting, everybody. Good. Sounds like you're about ready to really launch now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Good. And you'll let the rest of the commissioners know what other manpower you need and what do reach out to us, please.
Okay.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. That's exciting. All right. Well, that's going along beautifully. Anything else you want to talk about with that program or?
I guess not until we see the brochure.
Yeah,
So.
okay, all right. Well, let's get Matt kind of recommissioned.
Yeah,
Back
I'll
back in here.
get in touch with Matt and see what he's doing and if he needs anything else.
Yeah, great. Okay,
from me.
good.
Okay.
All right, so on to the next agenda item. Which
That's it.
is, thank you, Garrett. Oh my gosh, the next one is adjournment. But before we get there, does anybody have any questions for Garrett relative to what's going on in Unionville? From the town side, I know Garrett, how's the park going?
I haven't gotten an update recently. I will ask because I know that we're waiting on the sign. And that's the last I heard. So I'll see if we have an update on that.
I see 3 benches anchored in 1 bike rack,
Yep.
all nice and shiny black, and the cobblestone and concrete.
Yeah, it's just waiting on
Right.
the like the J bolts and everything are in for the sign. It's just waiting on the sign because it had to be manufactured.
Yeah.
State's still working on the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the painting almost looks like it's done, but
Mhm. Yeah, they're getting
only
close.
one-
It's
yeah.
it's a shortage of paint, which is the
Yeah.
odd thing.
Oh my
Um,
God. Really?
Yeah, I think Sherwin-Williams was limiting the contractor to like 50 gallons a month or something. So he
Yeah.
had to stockpile paint in order to paint the bridge.
Oh my gosh.
Is the story I was told.
Is there a name for that park?
Pocket.
I think it's just the Pocket Park,
Welcoming Park?
Unionville. Yeah, it could be called the Unionville Gateway.
Hmm.
I think I don't, it's not officially named.
Right.
I think it just be referred to as either the Unionville Gateway or the Unionville Pocket Park. Lisa had been talking with Shannon about someone that's interested in putting some benches in the gazebo for an Eagle Scout project.
Yeah.
And I think Steve had commented on, or maybe I'm thinking that we needed to ask Steve for comment on what they would look like.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one, but based on Steve's expressing, I'm guessing we didn't ask him yet. So that'll be a COA, but we recommended that he have an informal discussion with the commission first to go over what the benches will be and all that regular information before actually having the public hearing. Especially since, in Eagle Scout, you want it to be easy and for them to understand the process because that's part of it.
Mhm.
I think that's it, unless someone else has a question.
Is there a troop assigned to that one?
I-
It is, so remember the young man who did the suburban park signage? I'm sorry, I can't recall his name. Well, this is one of his younger brothers.
Oh,
Okay,
So it's that troop.
170.
Thank you, Bob. Yes, you're our scout guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Germano is the
Yeah.
scout that's interested in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully he'll come in I think he will probably come in for an informal. And then we'll be
Yes.
able to really talk with him about his dreams and ideas and so on and so forth. That'll be exciting.
Mhm.
Good. Anybody else have questions for Garrett? Yeah, no, I mean, the holidays just kind of slow us all down, which is just fine. Well, barring no more questions, this may be the shortest meeting in the history of Farmington and Unionville, but we'll take that as well. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I so move.
Thank you, Barbara. Second?
I second.
Thank you very much, Steve. All in favor of adjourning the January 5th, 2023 meeting, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? No?
No.
Well, we're officially finished then for the month of January. We'll see each other in February and keep an eye
Yes.
open for emails about new and reappointed commissioners and
Mhm.
training.
Okay,
which will hopefully be in February, early March.